Hello guys, welcome back to Python Basic Tutorial Series Day 24th class. It's me Ashwath Shetty taking you people to understand the basic concept of Python. In my previous class, I have discussed about tuple and tuple operations. Today's class I have come with new concept called tuple methods and built-in functions. As we know, Python provides many functions to work with the tuples as well as strings and lists. So today I am going to demonstrate some of them. Firstly, I will start with the function called len function. So we know that len function is used to return the length or the number of elements of the tuple passed as the argument. For example, we can check here, just create one tuple called tuple1 is equal to with some elements, okay, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So in this tuple, I want to know how many elements present in this tuple1. For that, I can use len of, can pass the tuple1 as the argument like this. So it will return the number of elements present in the tuple1, that is 5 elements. Okay, we have the other built-in function called tuple function. Okay, so this tuple function is used to create an empty tuple if no argument is passed, or else we can create a tuple if a sequence is passed as an arguments. So let us check. For example, tuple1 is equal to tuple, then I'm not passing any pair arguments here. Then what it will do, it will create an empty tuple. Okay, check now, tuple1, so it is empty tuple. Okay, same way we can create a tuple by giving the arguments. For example, like tuple1, let's take a tuple2. Tuple2 is equal to tuple. Okay, then I'm going to pass the argument as a sequence. Okay, so 1 comma 2 comma 3 sequence should be enclosed with the square bracket, that we know, right? Okay, so this is the list sequence. I'm passing list. Okay, so that's now tuple2 is created with the list. Now print tuple2. Okay, 1 2 3, understand? And same way we can give another example like tuple3 is equal to tuple. Okay, and I'm going to pass the now range. Okay, we know the range function, range of 5 I will give. Okay, it will create a range of 5 elements of tuple. Okay, now display the tuple3. So 0 to 4, you know that range 5 includes 0 to 4, 5 elements, that is start from 0 to 4. Okay, well guys, we'll move to the next method called count method. So we know that count method is going to return the number of times the given element appears in the tuple. Okay, for example, we know here tuple1, just create tuple 4 now, tuple 4. In this tuple 4, I am going to have the elements like this: 10, 20, 30, 10 and 50, again 10 and 60. Okay, now tuple 4 is created. Now I am going to use the count method. Okay, like this, tuple 4 dot count, and I should pass the element as the argument to get the count of it. Okay, I am passing 10 as the element now, argument now. Okay, okay, now see the output, 10 is appeared 3 times in this tuple 4. Okay, that is here 0th index and third index and fifth index. Got it? Same, that is the use of count method. Okay, we have another method called index method. Okay, so index method is going to returns the index of the first occurrence of the element in the given tuple. For example, if you take previous example, that is tuple 4, here 10 is appeared in three places, that is 0th index and third index and fifth index. I want to know the first occurrence of the first index value of the 10. For that I can use the count index like this, tuple 4 dot index, and I should pass the element that I would like to get the index value. Okay, that is I am going to give 10 now. Okay, so that is the first occurrence of 10 is present in 0th index. Same way I can use another example here, tuple 4 dot index. Okay, I will use 30. I will give 30. 30 is present in the second index. Understand? If you give any other value that is not present in the index, that is not present in the tuple, that time what happens? It will give the index error. For example, I will give 90 here. Okay, tuple 4 dot index 90. That will give like this value error, that is tuple dot index x not in the tuple. Understand? So like this we can use the index function. Okay, now we'll move to the next method called sorted method. So these all methods I have already discussed earlier in the list and string concepts. That's why I'm moving fast. You can understand this easily. So this sorted method is used to usually takes elements in the tuple and returns a new sorted list. For example, it should be noted that sorted does not make any change to the original tuple, but it rearrange the elements present in the tuple. Okay, let us check now. I have the tuple 4 here. You know that tuple 4. Okay. These are the elements present in the tuple 4. Now I want to sort this tuple 4. For that I can make use of the statement called sorted of. I should pause that tuple 4 has the argument like this. Okay, check here, the elements are sorted and displayed. Understand? Same way, sorted function not only used in the integer values, it can be used in the other than integer values like strings and alphabet, strings and characters and any other floating type values as well. For example, I can create tuple 1 with the string values like this, like for example Rama, okay, and Soma and Raj and Monish. Okay, now tuple 1 is created. Now I want to use the sorted function, sorted of tuple 1. Okay, here the tuple 1 is sorted. First the Monish, Raj, Rama, Soma. Understand? So like this we can use the sorted function. So we'll see next function called min function. So is this min function, we know that it is used to returns the minimum or smallest value or element present in the tuple. For example, if you take a tuple 4, let us find which is the smallest element. For that I should use the min of, I should pass the tuple as the argument, that is tuple 4. Okay, so 10 is the minimum value. Same way I can get the maximum value by using the maximum function, that is max of tuple 4. Okay, max of tuple 4, the maximum value present in the tuple 4 is 60. Okay, so we have sum function that is used to find out the summation or addition of all the elements present in the tuple 4. Now right now tuple 4, the sum of all the elements is 190. So understand, so like this we can make use of the built-in functions present in the Python library. Well guys, I hope you people got understand this concept, tuple, built-in function and methods. So practice all these demonstrated methods and learn all the codes, and like the video, share to your friends. Thank you for watching. Bye bye. Have a good day.